Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Today's topic is all about perspective. So, I have two stories to tell you to explain why I want to talk about perspective today. So, the first one is I just moved to a new place and I'm meeting my neighbors for the first time. And of course, the the telltale thing is, what do you do for a living? Right? Comes up. So, you ever had this lately where you have actually had to tell people what you do for a living? So where I lived, I was really isolated in a little tiny community, so everybody kind of knew everybody. So I never had to explain what I did to anybody up there because they kind of already knew. But down here, I have new neighbors, and so they want to know. So I got to explain that I was a business owner and I'm an artist, and it was really exciting. And then when you get to introduce yourself like that to people, when you say like, "Oh, I'm an artist. I love to do. I make candles and skincare, and I love to paint, and I love to write." They get excited and they open up to you about what their passions are. And it's really fun. It's really fun to like watch people um, open up about, oh, I don't want to be in mining anymore. I want to do photography. That's what my neighbors said. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I used to do photography when I was in university as part of my degree. And you get to tell. And she's like, oh, let's go develop film together and take photos. And I was like, oh, let's do that. I haven't done that in forever. So, like, have you ever had a chance where you get to like put yourself into perspective with what you actually do as a small business owner and like what your skills are and stuff? It's so exciting. And if you can't do it with anybody new, why don't you do it below in the comments? Introduce yourself to me. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you get excited about. I want to know. Like if you were to say, "Hey Jess, this is what I do." I want to hear about it. If you don't, because I don't know everybody, and let me get to know you and show me what gets you excited, and then maybe you can get some new fresh perspective on yourself because it's really fun. And the second story I have to tell you is, have you ever joined one of those buy nothing groups on Facebook where you just like give your stuff you don't need anymore and then people just take it? And then so I joined one to get rid of some of my things that I have around. I had this camping high chair I didn't need anymore, so I gave it away to this lady. And so she came this evening and she was telling me everything about her life. It was really crazy. And one of the points that I picked up on was how much she undervalued herself. Like she was raising her grandson. And I was like, man, could you imagine that? Like I have an older child and then a young one now. And I was like, I can't even imagine in like 8 years from now having to raise his kid, and how much that would just completely throw off my future plans and things like that, and really put my own goals in life into perspective. So it's interesting when you branch out and you meet new people and things like that, how much perspective you have on your own self. Because I sometimes I thought that I was a bit out there and wild and didn't have anything under control and stuff. And then as I was talking to these people today, I was like, man, maybe I am a little bit more solid. I might be a crazy artist who randomly starts painting things, but it just puts it into perspective. So watch for your own in your own life as your own small business owner and as an artist or whatever it is that you do. What events and circumstances that happen in your life puts things into perspective for you? Like what? Because if you actually maybe pay attention a little bit and reflect, you might see that there's a little bit more happening that you might not have noticed otherwise. Just a different perspective. That's what I got tonight, and that's what I'm going to share with you is watch for the different perspectives and see how it relates to you and how you can interpret into your life and use it to for self-improvement and to better yourself. I will see you next week with another tip. Have a wonderful week, and remember that you're awesome and you can do anything you put your mind to. Bye.